In today's mini episode of Not Nice Clever, we are talking about the importance of mentorship and a few tips on how you can find a mentor that is right for you. Because, newsflash, success does not happen in a silo. And Candace and I have each had incredible mentors over the course of our careers. And if you're looking for, I'm going to use like heavy air quotes here, like some sort of cheat code in wanting to grow and wanting to learn and fail forward, finding a mentor that is right for you, that can help guide you, is a huge accelerator for that path. So, before we even get into how to find one, let's talk about like some of the other benefits that we've seen, because I've seen quite a bit, and I know Candace, you have too.
Yeah, I think that benefits of having a mentor are having that accountability to your own goals. Because when you share what you want to be true with a mentor, they're really good at bringing it back around and bringing things into focus for you, reminding you why you are doing this. And so I love the accountability that having a mentor brings. I also love the idea that just proximity to someone who is doing some cool shit, whatever that might be, I think really is inspiring. So watching someone move through the world, watching them navigate their business and their relationships, and especially if it's someone like obviously you're choosing them as a mentor because you admire them. And if it's someone that you admire and you're watching the way they move, it's just like you said, Kat, it could be that cheat code. It's like, okay, this person has, been through the obstacles that I might encounter or maybe I am encountering, and this is how they navigated them. So you just have that extra information that allows you to make better decisions moving forward. So I just really feel like watching your mentor operate is so crucial. And then just raising your confidence. Obviously, I think one thing that I've learned from working with Ryan for the past 3 years is how swiftly he makes decisions.
Ruthless. But like I say that with admiration in my voice.
Right. But just like being a swift decision maker and then also realizing that Ryan doesn't have the answer to everything. And he often seeks out partnerships to solve problems. And realizing that, oh, even at his level, he's still problem solving and seeking out partnerships to help him solve problems. And that makes you understand that it's okay to have those obstacles at your level as well. And that's normal.
Yeah, pretty much. We're professional problem solvers. And the other thing that for me has been really valuable with mentorship is, because we're solving new problems and growth creates crisis, that when you are working with a mentor, they're living, breathing, walking proof that what you want to do is not crazy. It is possible. And maybe you won't do it in the exact same way that they did, but they can help ask the right questions that they maybe wish somebody had been asking them, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, whatever it might be. Because I love evidence. I love seeing that something is true and can happen. And so that's always been something that's been really helpful for me when seeking out mentorship.
Yeah, same. Um, and if you are thinking about finding a mentor or that is something that you're interested in, there's a few things that you should think about before you start this process. What are some of the things that our audience should be thinking about?
Well, I think one thing that's really crucial to understand, and because you used Ryan as an example, is there's a difference between being a fan of somebody who is well known, or seeing somebody as a role model and having them be your mentor. So, really understand, is the way that this person does business the way that you want to do business? Does this person value similar things that you value, right? What's important to them in their business? Is that the
Hmm.
same thing that's important to you? Because we only ever give advice, no matter how fantastic you are, how much you've accomplished, how much money you have in the bank, how many accolades you have, whatever it is. We only ever give advice through the lens of our own experience and through our own values framework. And so if the values framework of the mentor you're hiring doesn't align with your framework and how you operate, there's going to be tension and conflict. So I think understanding what that is, writing it down, is a really good first step to finding the right mentor, and maybe not just somebody that you admire from afar, but somebody that you actually want to engage in a mentorship capacity.
It also sounds like in order to do that, you have to understand your own values. And
Yeah,
I think that
it's
sometimes,
always there.
yeah, I think sometimes people don't take the time to actually write down, get it on paper, put it out in the world what your own values are so that you can
Hmm.
have clarity around choosing the person that's right for you.
Yeah. And there's all different types of mentorship. So, one example that one of my own mentors had shared one time was that there was a point in her business where she was really hitting her capacity for one-to-one clients, for one-to-one coaching, and her calendar was packed and she had no room, no spaciousness in her day. And she needed to break that habit because she would just always sign these clients and then never have time to even go to the bathroom or time to go on vacation. Or if she was sick, she'd have to reschedule clients and it created all this pressure. So she literally hired an accountability like coach, an accountability mentor that they would meet regularly, and this mentor would tell her to cancel meetings, to not book things, to say like just sit here and don't do anything, just like basically get her to slow down because she kept on like running and running and running and running and running.
Yeah.
And so like the problem she wanted to solve was to slow down and not be reactive, and be proactive.
And obviously, you can get mentors for different areas of your business or even your life. So it doesn't
Hmm.
have to be only business related. Could
Yeah.
be around developing habits or just lots of other things that do impact your business, but maybe aren't, a business mentor directly. And I also think there's
Hmm.
other options as well. So you can be in a mastermind, and that could be a great way to, work with a mentor, but also in a group setting. And I think that that
Hmm.
is really beneficial as well. So you have people who are at different levels of their business and you're kind of seeing all of it come together and you just have that community aspect of it, which I also think is an option.
There is I think I've told you about this. It's was like a private accelerator group that I was in for almost like 18 months, and we would meet once a month for 3 days each month. And we'd come together and we'd do like hot seat coaching, and then we would, you know, have like the off weeks where we would integrate and we would reflect on like what we talked about. But then I always had that accountability of knowing, oh, it's accelerator week and we're going to talk about these things. And what were the promises I made to myself last month? Did I keep them? Why didn't I keep them? Why did I keep them? Right. And so I think mentorship it's a long-term play. I'll say that.
Yeah,
It's not like a quick fix, right?
there is no quick fix. And if you have listened to Not Nice Clever for long enough, you should know that by now. There's no magic wand. If there were, then, you know,
We would
this would
already have
be
used it.
easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no magic wand, there's no quick fix. But as we always say, getting in community with people who are doing the damn thing, and especially those who are a few steps ahead of you, is always going to be beneficial to you. So, our advice to you is definitely seek out opportunities to be mentored and maybe even be a mentor to someone because there's always people a few steps ahead and a few steps behind. And so you can give and take in this scenario. So, highly recommend mentorship. And if you have used a mentor, DM us. Who were they? What did you love about it? We want to know.
And before we wrap today, we want to give a shout out and acknowledge one of our amazing reviews on Apple Podcasts. This is from Allie with 2 L's and spelled with an I, 23589. So, Allie 23589, hi, how are you? And we so appreciate the review you left, which says, absolutely hooked on Not Nice Clever. The hosts seamlessly blend wit and wisdom, making every episode a delightful journey.
I don't think anyone has ever called me delightful, and so I'm just gonna I'm taking that in right now. That's so
You're
cute.
soaking it
I
in.
love it.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
love it. The clever banter keeps me coming back. Various topics adds a refreshing touch. Must listen for those who appreciate sharp humor and insightful discussions. There we go. She said sharp. She knows.
There it is. Okay, that was I think delightful was about you, and then the sharp humor was about me.
You know, Gemini and Scorpio here. There we go. Thank you, Allie.
Thank you, Allie. If you haven't yet left a 5-star review on Not Nice Clever, today's the day. Leave a 5-star review, share it with a friend. Thanks for being here. Thanks for joining us on Not Nice Clever.
Remember to follow Not Nice Clever wherever you listen to audio.
And if you haven't already, drop that 5-star review.
Share your takeaways. Tell us your story. We love to hear it.
Signing off, you're not so nice, but oh so clever besties that mean business.
See you soon.